in order to, or for. What preposition should we use to start a sentence where we first explain a purpose and then a method to achieve it? Example 1. Purpose equals pass the exams. Method equals study a lot. In order to pass the exams, you have to study a lot. To pass the exams, you have to study a lot. Asterisk for passing the exams, you have to study a lot. Incorrect. See accepted answer. Example 2. Purpose equals find an object in the database. Method equals run a SQL query. In order to find the object in the database, users have to run a SQL query. To find the object in the database, users have to run a SQL query. Asterisk for finding the object in the database, users have to run a SQL query. Incorrect. See accepted answer.
For passing and for finding are not correct. In order to and to are correct, but I favor to because it is more concise. To pass the exams, you have to study a lot. To find the object in the database, users have to run a SQL query. A more natural way of saying this is, you have to study a lot to pass the exams. Users have to run a SQL query to find the object in the database.
According to BBC World Service, in order to sounds a bit more formal and explicit than to.
For to is used by Irish, and some Scottish people, in place of for the purpose of or in order to. Using your example, I studied, for to pass the exam. Instead of, I studied in order to pass the exam. I have never heard anyone begin a sentence with for to in this way though. It is usually used as a joining phrase to explicitly explain why something was necessary. I would actually also say that is the purpose of saying in order to rather than just to. Someone above has said in order to serves no function as to serves just as well. I disagree. In some contexts it underlines the fact a certain action was necessary for the desired outcome. I.e. I studied to pass the exam versus I studied in order to pass the exam. In the second example the onus is on the fact that studying was not just something you did because you wanted to pass an exam, it was something you did because it was essential to you achieving your goal of passing the exam. Language is subtle.
For to is a construction right out of nursery rhymes and old songs. I'm going to Louisiana for to see my sal, Polly Doodle. Simple Simon went a-fishing for to catch a whale. It's old-fashioned, but it has a flavor of other languages, para, from Spanish, for example, and views on how one approaches doing something. Not a must do, or a to do, but a for doing.
If you want to